Hello, I am Deepak Fadnis. Welcome to this series of translations of the Abhangas of Saint Tukaram from his Abhanga Gatha. Today I will translate Abhanga 536. First I will read the Abhanga in Marathi. Sansaraacha maatha bhar, kahee paar न thevee. Bhakteechee te jaatee aisee sarvaswaasee mukaave. भिक्षा आणि vevsaav कला करी तो गाढव करुणी वस्ती बाजारी म्हणवी कासया निस्पृही प्रसाद adunee कवी केले तूप पाणी जेवी तेवी तुका म्हणे होई शूर किंवा निसूर मजूर. So let us look at the translation. First line, Sansaraacha maatha bhar kahee paar न thevee. Once you have taken the burden of these household responsibilities, once a man is married and he starts his household living with children, family, and household responsibilities, then there is nothing else that you can do. This is what Tukaram Maharaj is saying. And I think it is right, because most of the people, if you try to tell them to do something, they say, oh, I'm too busy. I have my job, I have my children, and I have no time. No time for even doing any activity for their own personal growth, personal development. Also, people get into a grind. Second line, Bhakteechee te jaatee aisee sarvaswaasee mukaave. The basic concept of bhakti, devotional path, is such that you have to leave everything else aside. Third line, Bhiksha आणि vevsaav कला करी तो gadhav. If you have to go to households for alms, to beg, as a part of spiritual pursuit, then you should not confuse it with a profession. It is not a profession. Anyone making such confusion can only be called a fool. So, you see, people who live only for God, devoted to God, they forsake everything. So, they resort to living on alms. They go house to house, and they are very respectable people. You can see from their dress, you can see from the aura they have on their face, in their language, their eyes. You know that they are the sadhak, they are the devotees of God. And for that, they are allowed to go beg at households and take food or take raw grain, and then they cook and they eat. So that is not begging. That is something that is different. Tukaram Maharaj is saying, don't confuse, don't think that he is a beggar. If you make that mistake, then you can only be called a fool, according to our great Jagat Guru Tukaram Maharaj. Because we have to know why this man is at my doorstep. He is a seeker of God, he is a devotee of God, and then it's a different situation. Third line, the fourth line, Karoonee वस्ती बाजारी mhanavee कासया nispruhee. A man who goes to the market with a desire to earn profit and calls himself a selfless person, why is he doing that? He is an impostor. Tukaram Maharaj doesn't like imposters. He is very critical about imposters. So there are people who go to the market. You know, there is a market, bhakti market, devotion market, spirituality is a big market. Yoga, people have made yoga a market, and they take money. First you pay, then you take their guidance, coaching, lessons, meditation, whatnot. So many things are available for money. They have all come into the market with a desire to earn profit, and them call themselves selfless person. Tukaram Maharaj is saying, if a man goes to the market with a desire to earn profit and calls himself a selfless person, why is he doing that? He is not selfless. And in the fifth line he says, Prasaad adunee kavee, kele, toop, paani, thevee. Some fake poets just copy the verses from an enlightened person and construct their own poetry. And isn't this like mixing water in ghee? In his time, there was a person named Salomalo who used to think that he is a great poet, and he was so cunning and so stupid. He used to copy the Abhanga which were composed by Tukaram Maharaj, and instead of the last line Tukamane, he used to just change it to Salomane, and he used to gather a bunch of people as his disciples and he used to teach them those Abhanga. And that was very much known, and he was doing such a robbery. So Tukaram Maharaj is criticizing such people who fake poetry by copying the verses from enlightened people and say that it is their own poetry. So he is giving comparison of mixing with water in ghee. If you put water in ghee, you cannot really cheat people. You are not even intelligent enough to cheat people because water doesn't mix with ghee. So nobody will accept it. The same way, this man making a borrowed poetry, stolen poetry, trying to tell that this is my poetry, it won't sell. Nobody will believe. So that is why there are such stupid fools who expose themselves very badly. And in the last line, Tukaram Maharaj says, Tuka mane hoi shura kimva nisura mazur. Tuka says either one should become a brave soldier or just remain an ordinary laborer. So the message is clear. He is motivating you and me to be a brave soldier, not an ordinary laborer. He says you have to be either a brave soldier or an ordinary laborer. Why do you want to remain an ordinary laborer? Oh, God has given us hands, feet, brain, money, house, shelter, capacity, intelligence. So why are we going to remain as ordinary laborers? No, we have to become brave soldiers. Because he doesn't give many choices. He's saying you have two choices, either be a brave soldier or be an ordinary laborer. Let us be brave soldiers. Let us do something bravely. Let us do something out of box. Let us do something creative, original, helpful to the society, helpful to the people, and be the guiding light. As years pass, we realize that our role on this earth should be to do something and then be ready for departure. Whenever Lord wants us back, we are happily going back because we are not going to any bad place. We are going back to the Lord. We came from the Lord and we are going back to the Lord. But when we are here, let us do something nice. I like that song of Raj Kapoor. अपनी कहानी छोड़ जा कुछ तो निशानी छोड़ जा. Let us do something and leave a good nishani, leave something good for our children and grandchildren. With this I will stop the Abhanga translation. Please read Abhanga Gatha. You read in English or in Marathi, whichever language, but do read Abhanga Gatha. If you come to my house, I will give you a complimentary copy of the Abhanga Gatha in Marathi from Dehu Samsthan. It is a very small, simple thing, a small gift from me, and please come and read it. Thank you for listening to me, and we will meet again next time for the next Abhanga. Till then, bye.